Hi, Gladys? Are you with us? Hi.
Yes, can you hear me?
Everything okay? Your sound is okay? Your image? You hear us? You see us? Everything?
I can hear you very well. I can see everyone, but I hear a lot of echo. Then I don't know if your technician can tell me how can we speak.
Okay. Έχουμε ένα πρόβλημα που κόβεται ο ήχος μόνο λίγο. Όχι, δεν μπορούμε να κάνουμε κάτι. Okay. We will do the discussion as we have. So, you see, we have the right lady with us. As you may see from her background, we have the right lady with us. So, Gladys is one of us, is one sister. She is a lean network leader for Monterrey, Mexico. And she's also ex-leader, ex-global strategy, global chain strategy for Mattel. And she's having millions of appointments today during the weekend, but she's spending half an hour with us to discuss about the movie, Barbie. We cannot avoid this conversation today since we are talking about girls and since the movie has raised a big discussion in Greece. So we are here with Gladis Araujo. Please, a warm welcome for her. And since Barbie is addressed to girls, we have a girl with us, but actually it's a grown-up girl. It's one of my family, member of my family, is Ageliana Ioannidou, who is student and studies in the University of Athens. So Ageliana has seen the movie twice. I have seen the movie also twice. I'm going to see it for the third time because I don't want to miss anything. And we're here to discuss about the great discussion that and the issues that the Barbie movie has raised in the public agenda concerning the stereotypes. So, I will be sitting here. No, this is yours. Open. So I will start with Ageliana, if I may, Gladys. Okay? So I'll start with Ageliana to ask her, why did you see the movie 2 times? Well, you are okay.
Okay, now that works. Well, I didn't know in the beginning that I would...
Have a sit near me so that Gladys can also...
Okay, perfect. I didn't know in the beginning that I would watch it twice, but first, I really enjoyed the movie. And second, I wanted originally to watch it with 2 of my girlfriends. And we weren't able to do it all 3. So
well,
the first time...
I didn't have any girlfriend to follow me.
Well...
They all thought I'm crazy.
Yeah. So the first time I watched it with one girlfriend and the second time with the other one.
So what do you think? Did the other girls love the movie or not?
One girl liked it more than the other, but they both really enjoyed it.
They both really enjoyed it. Okay. So what do you think that the basic stereotypes that pinpointed in the movie are?
Well, I sense 2 stereotypes. The first
one... I would like you to say those stereotypes to Gladys so that Gladys can comment on those.
Okay. So the first one was about the stereotypical Barbie. That makes girls really insecure about their body image, and that can really undermine their confidence. No one can look this perfect all the time. And the second one is the fun-loving Barbie that needs to be liked by everyone. And in my opinion, that is a negative female stereotype because that represents that the image that, women don't need to worry about work and money. So, and that is far from the truth in real life.
So Gladys, did they show the right stereotypes, or there were more than we didn't distinguish?
Yeah, first of all, thank you very much for the invitation. It's a great
pleasure
for me with leading Athens, and thank you, Areti, for making this conversation happening. As Areti was saying, I have over 25 years working at Mattel, and I'm the one making the magic happen in terms of manufacturing and the quality of Barbie for many, many years. It is mainly manufactured in Asia, India, in Vietnam, China, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Thailand. And I used to live there for 5 years with my family. Then, thank you very much for the excitement about the movie. We are really happy with the impact that is created into the world. And thank you, Ageliana, for capturing very well some of the key takeaways of the movie. And I would say that Mattel has been trying for several years, and the movie is kind of the ongoing conversation about challenging gender stereotypes and the roles and the expectations that the world has about the girls and the woman. I can tell you a little bit because of the history, because you mentioned something really important about Barbie having perfect body, trying to be like all the time. That Barbie was created by a woman that her name Rose Harper. Together with her husband, create Mattel, and then in 1959 they created the Barbie. And how it was coming out when she was visiting Germany, she saw a very beautiful doll in a store, but it's supposed to be for adults rather than girls. And those days, we used to play with paper dolls rather than 3D dolls. Then she was falling in love, and she was saying, we need to have that type of doll for our girls. That way they can dream about what they can be in the future. Then she went back to the corporate office, brought the doll, and tried to sell the idea to the corporate executives, including her husband, but it was a reluctancy to make the Barbie happen. No one believed on her, no one believed on her idea, no one believed in the power of Barbie. Then she sees that they accept to take the Barbie into the toy fair in March, where normally is your toy fair where most of our products are sold. And then during that fair, no one was believing on the Barbie. Normally, attendance on those fairs are the retailers like Walmart, Target, Toys R Us, the big players in the market. Then she still believed, and kind of the inheritance that we are having in Barbie coming from her creator, that she fighting for her goals and aspirations and what she believes, even though everyone was not believing on her dream of the power of this form. Then she didn't give up, and she wanted to knock every single door of the retailers and offer a kind of, not for free, but like to take them, and let's see what is happening, and then let's talk about it later. Then the surprise was in the retailers that Barbie was an amazing backpack, and in the first year, beyond expectations, it was sold over 1 million tools. Then it was just doing a because it was going away from the paper dolls, it was going away from the traditional dolls that is emulating like a mannequin for a baby, and that people start getting excited, and more unbelievable is that has been through all these years. Then what happened is something that Ageliana was saying, that it was a lot of criticism about Barbie, that it had a body that is possible that any girl can have, and it was playing Barbie that because of her appearance is creating false expectations of what beauty means, and influencing the little girls like starving themselves and to be clean and beautiful and blonde and so on. The intention on Mattel, it was not like that. Perception, it was that. That it has been a strong work behind the scenes, I would say since 2015 and 14, in which Mattel has been working on making Barbie relevant to our work and really send the right message since the early days our creator of Barbie really want to send to everyone. Be passionate about the dream, be resilient, fight for that, and create those situations that you think the world needs from you. And then that's why today we have Barbie with different bodies, different color skin, different color and different hairs, different differences in terms of ethnicity as well, then some role models and so on. And the main message that we want to send to the world is that you can have can be anything that you want to be, anything that you dream about it. That's why Barbie has over 100 different professions. And it's a way in the movie to challenge that fact that we don't need to be perfect, just need to be ourselves, that challenge the expectations of our roles, that we need to be beautiful, but it's challenging to be a leader because we shouldn't be mean or too pushy or too demanding or too smart and so on. And I think the movie addresses this quite well in terms of sending different messages from different ways in a way that everyone from their perspective capture that. For example, the reverse roles between Barbie and Ken. It's just kind of giving a flavor, especially to the men, how it feels to be a woman in a male-dominated world, and the struggles that we are facing. And in the Barbie world is that you can see representation of the president, and that we have this self-confidence and the capacity to do so. But so much that I would say stereotype is about gender stereotype, but because is the belief, as Ageliana was saying, that we don't need to be perfect,
So there was a dialogue. There was a dialogue in the film between the mother and the. You listen. There is an important dialogue in the film between a mother and the daughter, and the dialogue is a masterpiece for every I don't know, for every school probably. A masterpiece dialogue on how we want to raise our children, how we want to raise our girls. So there was a dialogue about why women are not ever good enough. You remember this dialogue, Gladis?
Yes, it's an iconic.
So I want to ask you. Just a moment. I want to ask Ageliana. Have you ever felt that you are not good enough until now? And have you ever faced that in school or in your social environment, your friends? And then I will ask you, Gladis, what would you suggest to Ageliana? What is the advice you would give to Ageliana about your future, about Ageliana as a future leader? So, can you tell me if you face these injustices or these issues that Barbie in the movie is presenting to us?
Well, definitely. You know, the problem at the end of the day is that there's so many roles that women are expected to excel at, and they're always being held to higher standards. In my own environment, of course, I'm not a mother yet, so I'm not there yet, but I think
you might be, you might not be a mother.
Yes, hopefully.
Do you feel this pressure of being a mother?
I think so. Even though I'm really young, I think people nowadays still ask me about it, even though I haven't even finished my university.
They have already started asking you. I mean,
yes, not
my
mom.
Ageliana is only 20 years old. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My mom hasn't asked me any question. It's not about that. It's about other people.
No, forget that your mother is in the room, please.
Yes, I know. And as for surviving in a man's world, I think this movie might give us a suggestion. You know, if we take this dialogue of mother and daughter in general, their dynamic, you can definitely see that the relationship is suffering in the beginning because they're not able to be vulnerable with each other. But once they overcome that obstacle, they're able to help the Barbies to stand their ground and to find their voices and to learn.
You mean the real world Barbies that Gladys was mentioning, not the stereotyped ones.
Like all the Barbies.
All the Barbies.
Everyone
Yes.
is a Barbie here.
I'm a Barbie.
Not the nurse one.
I don't want anyone to judge that, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, we need to.
And not the weird one, if you've seen the movie.
She was fun though. And at the end of the day, we need to know our value and own it.
So, Gladys, what do you recommend, what would you advise Ageliana as a future leader?
Yes, I think the most important for every girl, daughter, 19 years old, the most important is to be independent. In reality, work for your dreams and aspirations. I know that you may need to be resilient and determined to get your goals, but you need to have the courage to challenge bias and stereotypes and building your self-confidence. And why I say so about being independent in a way that you are self-sufficient to take the lead of your life. If you want to get married, that's fine. If you want to get married, you can have the financial means to maintain yourself. If you want to have a kid, that's fine. If you don't want to have a kid, that's fine. But it's very important that you have that independence in your life and going forward for your dreams. And I think it's one of the messages of that we need to challenge stereotypes and go for our dreams.
Okay. I have a last question for both of you regarding the relationship, the stereotype of the relationship between men and women. Many movie critics, but also society influencers have judged the movie of reverse, and they accuse the movie of reverse sexism, like launching a war against men. Is that what you have understood from the movie, Ageliana?
To be honest, no. I saw no signs of reverse sexism. I think, in fact, it shows empathy towards men and their struggles to be masculine all the time. For example, you have people like Andrew Tate all over social media trying to brainwash young men into these very toxic values of the patriarchy that are very damaging, not only to the relationship with women, but other men as well. So the end of the movie shows them that they're enough the way they are, and also you have Alan, who is basically the gay best friend, who is great and is always there for the Barbies. So I think the ending of the movie is beautiful because it showcases the fact that men and women need to work together always to achieve what they want.
Perfect. And Gladys, they say, do you know if you can have this information for us? You announced to us that the Barbie is going to, because we all understood that the Barbie movie is a huge brainstorming session to Mattel with us about the future of Barbies, how the Barbies will be, if the Barbies will be just toys, just dolls, or they will represent real world. As you said, the future Barbies are going to represent real world. They're going to be Barbies black, Barbies Latinas, Barbies doctors, Barbie astronauts, Barbies probably disabled, Barbies with different kinds of life. Are we going to expect a different Ken model?
That's a good question. Actually, there are already all this type of Barbies and all this type of Ken. But I think Ageliana was very to the point that in reality we didn't want to go against like the care. In reality, just want to get a taste of what it means to be a woman in a men's force. But I think what is also very important to rescue from the movie is that also the man needs to be learning to be vulnerable, to be emotional, to be caring, and that's okay. And that's okay. And the irony, as Ageliana was saying, is trying to work together and working together for the aspirations they have. Yeah, but they're already there, Areti, the kids.
Okay. Well, actually, I want to know. You told me to buy these Barbies. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Tell the Mattel in Greece that we have to have a different distribution. We only found a doctor and what is this? A doctor?
Also, doctor.
Two doctors we only found. We haven't found any
That's
other
okay.
professions. So what are we going to do with these two Barbies?
Yeah, thank you very much for the effort of working with those Barbies. Then I would like to ask all of the girls in the room two things. The first question is two questions in one. How old is Barbie? And what is the
Can you repeat, please? Can you?
they have from the movie? And they were getting one of these Barbies.
Can you repeat the question because we have a bad connection? And can you repeat the question?
Yes. How old is Barbie? And what is the best takeaway that the girls having about the movie? That's first question to win the first door.
Okay, the first question. Who's going to answer the first question? How old is Barbie?
Don't check in the internet.
How much? How old is she?
Don't check in the internet. It's for
Don't
the
check
girls.
the internet. No, how old is the Barbie in total?
Yeah, in general.
In general, not. No, leave those. How old is Barbie? Does anyone know? She looks good for a 60-year-old lady. Okay, 60-year-old they say. Who said that? You.
I think it's more.
60-year-old said or 45?
Then who is the girl who said so? Can you ask her to go to the front? Because I'm going to be asking her something. The little girl who says 16
Αλέξανδρε, μπορείς να με βοηθήσεις λίγο με τον ήχο? Ναι, το τι είπε, τι ερώτηση έκανε, μπορείς να καταλάβεις με τον ήχο. Gladys, send us your question in written, please, the second one, because we have a bad connection. Can you send us in written the question? The question will... Okay, what's the second question? Okay. The answer is that the Barbie is normally from 45 to 60 years old, but the real Barbie is 25 maximum, I think. I think 15. I don't know. This is their answers. So what's the...
Areti, can you hear me?
Yes, I do. We do, everybody. So they
okay. Please, okay. Just be patient, Areti. The little girl who says 60 years old, please ask her to go to the stage.
Okay.
Hello, I'm not sure I got your question.
And tell me your name.
My name is Hara. It means joy. Okay.
Hara. Okay, Hara. Two questions for you.
Sorry?
How old is Barbie? And how old is Barbie? And what is your main takeaway from the movie?
Okay. How old is Barbie? You mean if the first Barbie was about in the 50s? That's why I answered it. The age would be at around 60. But if you are asking if we make a doll of a real person and it looks like that, then it would be 20 to 30. I'm not sure of the question. That's why I'm answering this way.
Yes, no. It's because I'm asking two questions. The first one, check. It's okay. He's 64. She's still 64, and the movie representation.
So I got right the question. Yes.
And then second question is, what is your takeaway of the movie?
From the movie. Okay. That we shouldn't stay into stereotypes, and we have to work for the relationship between daughter and mother, and the relationship between men and women. Because at the beginning of the Barbie world, it was a kind of sexist in the opposite way, I would say, because all the Kens were like disposable items. I know, it was fun, okay? You shouldn't take, at least because I watched the movie with my daughter, who is 17. To be honest, she didn't like a lot the movie. She expected more of it. But in any case, I think it's a fun movie. We should see it as a fun movie with some good social elements. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
One more to reply this question. One more.
Yes, I will ask Ageliana to ask the second question, because it seems that you have hard time to hear me. That would be easier and faster.
What's the second one?
Ageliana, you can ask
Yes.
a question to the audience.
Okay.
Sure, what's the main takeaway?
The main takeaway of Barbie.
Oh, okay. I think
What did you get from Barbie? This is a question for all of you.
yes. I think for me the main takeaway from the movie is about existentialism. So it's like in the beginning Barbie is kind of brainwashed into a routine all the time and being with the same people all the time. So at the end you can see her actually become a woman and choose her own life, and she knows in the beginning that every choice has consequences. I think that's my main takeaway, like figure out who you are in the world.
One more, my preference girl to answer this question. The main takeaway. Any of our girls answer this question? What's your main takeaway from Barbie movie? Where is Emanuela? Emanuela, I see you. Emanuela. Come closer. What's your main takeaway from Barbie? We have a 12-year-old, Emanuela, who's seen the movie.
I guess it really made us see how things are now in like reality, how boys play a more important role in society, and it's kind of reversed that whole thing. And at the same time, it made us feel mad at Ken for messing up the world, but we also felt empathy because we can relate to what he was feeling.
Excellent. She deserves the second Barbie. Manuela, you deserve the second Barbie. So it's okay. So, thank you so much, Gladys. I don't know if you have anything to add in this discussion as a last comment or remark or suggestion or advice to the girls we have in the room.
No, all the success with leading girls. Please join the program. It's so exciting, and you will not regret.
She sells the program.
Leading girls program.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Αγγελιάνα, ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ που ήσουν μαζί μας. Τέλεια, τα πήγες. Είσαι λίγο μεγάλη για να πάρεις τις Barbie, τις πήραν οι άλλες, σου χρωστάω κάτι άλλο.